Hey guys, I'm Marissa and welcome to my channel, The Budgeting Wife, where I have a special guest today, Sarah from Budget Girl. Sarah is in town in Portland, which is my hometown, and so we've just been hanging out this afternoon, and we have a debt-free community meetup this evening.
So exciting.
We're excited about it. So we wanted to sit down and film a couple videos for you guys. So we're filming this video for my channel, and we also just filmed a video for Sarah's channel. So once you get done watching this video, head over to Sarah's channel and check out her video as well. So I'll leave her channel link in the description box down below if you don't know Sarah, which you probably already do.
On my channel, we're talking about things that we've sacrificed while paying off debt. So that's a fun video. You should check it out.
Yeah, so we're talking about different things in the videos, so it's cool.
One would hope.
Cool.
Sorry, I ruined it. Sorry, it's like you made a real big deal of different things.
Different things. So today in this video, Sarah and I are talking about weird ways that we've saved money. So whether it's like super frugal, weird stuff, we're just gonna hang out and talk about all the things. So if you are new to my channel and you love all things money and you want to learn more about how to enjoy life while still accomplishing financial goals, this is definitely the place for you. So scroll down and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. So with that, let's talk about these weird ways that we've saved money. So Sarah, do you have one to start us off with?
Absolutely. If you haven't figured out by now, I'm a bit of a weirdo.
No, aren't we all? We're talking about money on the internet, Sarah. I think we're all kind of weirdos.
True.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so one weird thing that I did to save money, and I don't do this anymore, but maybe I should. Maybe I should to like fund some investment accounts or something, but I don't have as much time anymore. I used to do secret shopping at food places instead of buying groceries. I mean, I would buy some groceries, but it would save me money on groceries and eating out.
Yeah.
Because I would schedule my meals to go secret shopping.
Is that like an app that you did it with?
I worked with two different companies. One was called Second to None and one was called Market Force. They're both very legit secret shopper companies. Pro tip, never work with a secret shopper company that wants you to pay them anything. The way it works is you get a job, you pay for like the food or whatever it is that you have to do. They reimburse you plus give you some extra money. So if it doesn't work like that, you're getting scammed.
Careful.
Careful. But there are legitimate secret shopping companies out there, and in Louisiana there were a lot of them. I ate at Raising Cane's and had to like time how fast the food got to me, count how many chicken nuggets there were, see if it was like hot, describe the food, the atmosphere, go check the bathroom, and they hired me to do that like twice a month for probably like 7 or 8 months. I got real sick of Raising Cane's.
Wow. I've never even heard of that.
It's kind of like, it's chicken tenders and fries.
Okay.
Yeah. Got real sick of that, but it did kind of sub in for me having a restaurant budget down there.
Yeah.
I also used to sell cigarettes.
Wow.
But with a thing, also for a secret shopping company, one of them used to hire me to go to Walmart gas stations, purchase cigarettes, and see if they would card me. That was the entire job, but I don't smoke and I ended up with cigarettes at the end of the day, so I would sell them to my newspaper coworkers for cold hard cash.
Oh my gosh, that's
a weird way to save money.
Yeah.
/ make money.
/ is that legal?
I don't. I honestly never thought of that. I mean, it's a piece of property that I own. Yeah. They were sealed boxes.
That's probably fine. I'm not a lawyer.
I'm also not a lawyer, but don't come at me.
It was years ago, Sarah.
It was many years ago, and probably.
But that's an interesting way to save money.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. You asked for weird. I delivered.
That was pretty weird.
What weird ways have you saved money?
So one weird way that we saved money, when Jacob and I first got married, we lived in this apartment, and it honestly wasn't like the nicest apartment. And it was one of those that like it looked like it was nice, but then you actually got there and you're like, oh, it's not as nice as like what it looks like, the lipstick on a pig kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yes, you figure out that like half the outlets don't work, and
yeah, so our problem was the insulation. It wasn't really like insulated, and so in the winter time you'd like turn on the heater and it would just like go out of the walls. And so anyway, it was not great, and I also had a lot of moisture issues, so we got a lot of mold in the apartment.
Mold is the worst.
I know. And so this is something too that looking back, like we really should have done this differently, but thought that it would be great to have some sort of like dehumidifier in the room, but it can be expensive to like run something all day long, or so we thought. So we researched and found this stuff called Dry-Z Air, and it's what you put in like motorhomes to keep them. So we put that in our home. Like we put these little cans of like. And we also went out and bought like rock salt and like baking soda, because that also like absorbs the moisture. And we set them along all of our windowsills and like all around our apartment, and collected the moisture. It was very aesthetically pleasing.
So did that actually save you money, do you think?
I don't. Probably, because we would have had to run that machine like all day long.
And you would have had to buy the machine.
Buy the machine and run the machine. And we only lived there for a year, so it would have like. If we would have bought it and then we wouldn't have used it anywhere. I don't know. It was a weird thing. And that is true. Some things that you think that you're saving money from, like if you actually calculate it out, like were you really saving money? Or was it worth the headache to like put salt in cups around our apartment?
I'm not sure, but that sounds really pretty.
I don't know.
I'm not judging, because at one point, I'd completely forgotten about this until you said it, and there's a video on YouTube where I explained how to do this. I attempted to make my own home air conditioner out of a styrofoam cooler, blocks of ice that I froze in my freezer, and a fan, and some PVC pipe.
What do they call that? Like a swamp cooler?
Probably.
Something? Okay.
But yeah, that was one of like my first Budget Girl videos, and I was like, DIY at home air conditioner. And I used that thing for like a couple of weeks, and then I just, because it only cooled you if you were sitting right in front of it. So I literally like had it sitting right and like just blowing on me, and it was very hot in Louisiana in the summer. But at a certain point, like even though it definitely would have saved me money over doing it, it was miserable. It was like a
yikes. Yeah, we like in Portland, we don't need air conditioning for most of the year.
Yeah, keep rubbing it in.
I know. But I'm telling you this is that most places don't have air conditioning. And so you move into homes or an apartment, it doesn't have it. So our new apartment that we're in, it's a new or like only a few years old apartment, and we love it, but it doesn't have air conditioning. So, but when we moved in and we were debt free, we were like, we are buying ourselves an air conditioner unit. We're gonna use it 2 months of the year, maybe 2-3 months of the year, but it's going to be worth it for us because we are debt free. So that was definitely a splurge, but had we like probably been on our debt free journey, we probably wouldn't have bought it.
Also, I didn't keep using that DIY air conditioner for very long. It was cheap, but it was not effective.
Yeah, it's good to know if anyone is planning on making your own.
I should probably like take it down that old video, or like go back and update it and be like, this did not work well at all. Of course, there are not a lot of views of my old videos though, so there's that.
Super underground.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So what other weird things have you done?
Okay, another, maybe people might think it's weird. I got hand-me-downs from my younger sister. So my sister is 4 years younger than me, and she has like super cute like fashion style, all this stuff. And so there was a season where I just like didn't buy myself new clothes, and instead my sister McKenna was like getting rid of her stuff, and I was like, I'll take it, like all for that.
There is no shame in that. I don't think that's weird at all. I will take hand-me-down clothes from anyone at any age.
Perfect.
If it will,
I just always thought it was funny because it's like when you pass it down from little, and I'm like, oh, the little sister's clothes, yes please. So
if they're cute, and like you said, if she's got style,
I know,
why the heck not? I would do that now. I'm not too proud to take clothes from somebody else who doesn't want them, and I'll give mine away too.
What's another weird way that you save money?
You think we can get weirder than I've already gone? So this might not be the weirdest thing, but during my debt-free journey, I shared a Netflix and Amazon. Well, basically not stole. I used with permission someone else's Netflix and Amazon Prime accounts. My best friend Jamie, who I've known and loved forever, just had extra space on her accounts, and she shared them with me forever. However, now I do have Hulu, and she uses that. Okay. So it will never be even, but at least now it's more fair.
I also don't think that's weird. I feel like we're sharing our things and it's like, is that actually weird or is it not? But I totally do that. And shout out to my parents if you're watching this video. Thanks for letting me use your cable login to watch all of our television, because we...
Is that legal?
Yes, because you can...
I just had to throw it back at you. I'm sorry.
I think it is. getting to use it on like all your devices and stuff, it works out really well. So we don't pay for cable, but we just get to watch all of our shows still thanks to our parents' logins. Yeah.
Who love you very much.
Who love us very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. So I have another weird thing too.
Okay, sure.
This one's also food related.
Okay.
So back when I was very, very poor and trying to get out of debt, I used to volunteer at events to get free food.
Oh, yeah.
And that sounds bad, but not exactly making myself out to be a peach here, but you are volunteering. I'm not saying you deserve the food, but I used to volunteer at like community events. I'd volunteer at the food pantry. I'd volunteer at like, you know, spaghetti fundraisers, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And one, you're supporting a charitable organization or like something that's doing good in your community.
Totally.
2, you're taking time off your hands so you don't go online shopping or like
It's a good one.
something like that.
Yeah.
And 3, they always feed volunteers.
And you maybe even get a free t-shirt out of it.
Sometimes. Yeah. I'm not really a t-shirt person, but very regularly I would get multiple meals. Like you go work at a spaghetti fundraiser for the VFW. You volunteer all night, you know, I scrub pots and pans, serve food, everything like that. You know, night there's a bunch left over. A lot of people volunteer and don't want it. They send me home with an entire like tray full. I'm eating spaghetti for lunch that week.
Totally.
$0.
That's awesome.
I feel like that's probably good karma points.
Getting out there volunteering if they feed you. That's good.
Well, I would have volunteered anyway,
yeah.
but there was just the added bonus of saving money because you often get free food.
Another weird way that we saved money was moving back in with my parents. And I know I've talked about this on my channel before, but when Jacob and I were working on getting out of debt, we'd been married a year, we decided to move back in with my parents so that we could pay less in rent. We still did pay them money for rent, but just less so that we could focus on paying off our debt. And that saved us like $1,000 a month that we were able to put towards debt. And I know a lot of people would never ever resort to moving back in with their parents. Luckily, my parents are pretty cool. Hey, Mom, and lets me use their cable login, so they also let us move in
for an entire year when you were just newlyweds. That's a pretty weird thing.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do that before they get married. Maybe move back in for a little bit while you're either trying to pay off debt, but as a newlywed with your husband to move back into your parents' house.
I actually have a lot of friends now. I feel like when Jacob and I did this, we didn't know anyone else who was like doing that, and people thought that we were like really crazy or just like gonna ruin our relationship with like each other and with our parents and everything. But it all turned out great, and I now have known I have so many friends now who have also done that, like got married, like, and then maybe a little bit after have moved in with their parents to pay off debt.
So maybe not so weird after all. Nope, maybe, still weird. Gonna call it.
Also, when you live in like an expensive-ish city, when like rent is like $1,500 for like a 1-bedroom, it's like, oh, parents are like, oh yeah, just come live in our mother-in-law suite or whatever.
Weird but effective.
Yeah, it did work out. Do you have any other weird money-saving ways? I feel like you're like the frugal queen. So I like hearing all of your...
Thank you.
Is that offensive?
No. Well, it's very kind, but I feel like you've just given me that title because like some of the things that I do are on like questionable moral lines or something. I honestly never thought about the cigarette thing potentially not being legal. It's just I had a thing and you know, like one of my coworkers smoked and I'd be like, $2? And I'd already been paid for the cigarettes and by the company for doing the thing.
You don't need to justify it, Sarah. It's okay.
Questionable moral.
Put that as your new banner on your YouTube channel.
Do not necessarily recommend my methods, but I mean now I do things better. But I did some things back then. I know you guys need to head over and watch Sarah's video after this because there's some more questionable things that we talked about in that video. Yeah, on the sacrifices we made to pay off debt. I also did some weird things there. I'm sure you're very surprised at this point.
Do you have any other weird money saving?
Always.
Please do share.
So I actually still do this now. I volunteer as a human subject in like clinical and test trials
Oh.
at my university.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and none of these, I don't do anything where they like poke you with needles or draw
Yeah.
your blood, though they do have those.
Yeah.
I always sign up to be a taste tester.
Oh.
And I have been paid like between $20 and $40 to go in and taste salsa, steak, watermelons, cantaloupes. There's a research, I work at a research university, and there's like an agriculture and life sciences and area, and they do a lot of food research.
That sounds delicious.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take that long. It's just, you go in and then they give you like a gift card for somewhere. So the gift cards are usually like to Amazon, which who can't, or Target, who can't use
Yeah,
that?
like you're always gonna use it.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Doesn't take that long. And often I sign up with my boyfriend Jacob,
Yeah.
and we just make a little date out of it.
Date
Go.
where you get paid?
Yeah, go have a little snack, then
Get paid and
go home.
Yeah. That is okay, that sounds like fun. I would do that.
It is. It's very fun. And sometimes we'll be in like the same testing room, like texting each other.
Yeah.
Still a good way to save money.
Yeah, totally. I feel like those are all my weird ways. I feel like maybe it wasn't that weird. I will say that not that weird, as Sarah, that weird. I mean, as a whole, that weird.
What everyone just heard was like, mine were good, Sarah's were real weird.
No, that's not at all what I meant. I will say though that Jacob and I went to Costco last weekend.
We are both either
Oh, yeah.
married or dating men named Jacob.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Married, dating.
But Jacob and I went to Costco because we had to get more like Ziploc bags,
Mhm.
and we use them for like food prep kind of stuff. We like cut up chickens, stick them in the bags, and throw them in the freezer and everything. So-
Pre-marinate them, we do that too.
yeah. So Jacob though, he was like, man, like it just seems silly to buy all these Ziploc bags. He's like, I've thought about maybe we could just like rinse them out and reuse them. And I was like, I'm not at the point where I am going to rinse out Ziploc bags and reuse them.
I've reused a Ziploc bag if it just had like a piece of bread in it or
Yeah.
something, but not chicken.
Yeah. No, I was like, nope. We're
No.
okay. We're okay. We're debt free. We're making it. We're fine on the income.
That's the line.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
good to
line.
find the line.
Yes. Yeah. Very important.
Apparently reselling cigarettes should have been my line, and it wasn't.
That's hilarious. Well, do you have anything else for us?
So while I was on my debt-free journey, and I cut my own hair, it was very long, so you couldn't really tell if I screwed it up. You just
Yeah.
But use YouTube tutorials, and I cut my own hair, so I didn't get a professional haircut for 3 years. I do now. I still get a cheap haircut, but that saved me some money.
That's a good skill to learn too.
I don't think I ever really learned the
learned
skill.
Probably find some like YouTube tutorial of like how to cut it.
I did the method that you can see online where you like pull your hair
yeah.
back into a ponytail, then like flip it over your head,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then cut it or brush it forward and cut it across.
Yeah.
And I feel like it never quite turned out right. And I would occasionally have the secretary at the newspaper I worked at look behind me and just take her pair of desk scissors and be like, oh, you missed a spot. But she didn't charge me, so there's that.
Perfect.
Yeah. I also bought and still buy about 90% of my stuff secondhand or yard sales, thrift stores, etc. because why spend more money than you have to?
Well, and I saw on Instagram you're here in Portland. You just went to like the massive Goodwill, didn't you?
Oh, I did, with Katie Wilk Stanley from the Non-Consumer Advocate.
Yeah.
She and I took a trip to the bins.
Yep.
The pay by the pound
yeah,
bins
exactly.
here.
How was
And
that?
It was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah, she told me all of her tips on how she's made an entire business out of purchasing things there, kind of cleaning them up, selling them on eBay for like a 500% profit.
It's crazy.
Put her kids through college on it.
My gosh, that's insane.
Yeah, and so I actually have a video coming up on my channel about that, and so you could learn all of her tricks on how to do that too as a good side hustle / how to save money.
Oh, that's so cool.
She's actually already, as of now, she's already texted me that half the stuff that she bought there has sold. She spent $20 and she's already made like $150, and only like 2 of the items have sold.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sarah, what are we even doing with our lives?
I don't know, we should be at Goodwill. But it's like the stuff that, a lot of the stuff that she picked up to sell, I just like looked right over.
Yeah.
And so it was really interesting to go with someone who really has an eye for it and
Yeah.
like knows how to do it.
Well, Thank you to Sarah for joining me, and it's been super fun to have her in my hometown of Portland for this last week. So it's a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, leave us a comment down below and let us know what is one weird thing that you've done to save money, so that we know that we're not the only weirdos out there. And also,
someone say that you've sold something potentially illegal.
Yikes.
Make me feel better.
Yikes.
Anonymously.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new, and also head over to Sarah's channel and check out her video that we filmed, which was different but also a lot of fun. And subscribe to Sarah if you're not already, but you probably already are. So
it only gets weirder over there, so if you're into that.
Yikes. I feel like I've said yikes in this video so many times.
Yikes is not a complimentary word, Marissa.
Alright, well with that, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Bye.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.